What's going on, people? Today I will be reviewing American Psycho in 4K Ultra HD, and I got that coming up for you next. So American Psycho just came out in 4K Ultra HD. You guys know I had to check it out. So getting into the movie itself, this movie has always been a cult classic in my mind, just because of, this dark humor that really comes across as almost horror if it wasn't so funny. This is a very funny movie that has great performances. This is Christian Bale's breakthrough performance in my mind. This is the movie that got me to say, hey, this guy is electric, and I cannot take my eyes off of him. He has so much energy in a role that could just be played so bland, but he understands the comedy and the energy that this character is supposed to have. He completely commits here, and it is going to be a theme throughout the whole rest of his career. And then you have the whole 80s vibe and the whole douchebag 80s Wall Street kind of guys. I love the satire in this movie. It is truly a gem that if you guys haven't seen, you need to see if you want to understand just what a black comedy should have in it, because this movie has it. I give it a 10 out of 10. This is an excellent film. And I know everybody has been worried about the video quality of this disc, and that is because the Blu-ray for American Psycho that came out quite a while ago was a hot mess. Skin tones were all over the place. Way too much film grain. No more stains on the negative here. This is a truly new 4K scan of this film, and it looks incredible. You would never know that it was even possible for this movie to be as sharp as this. This is a pretty razor sharp presentation here, and it is so evident in the first scene of this movie when you see all of their suits and the detail in them and just the sharpness and the clarity that is in that scene, and it just continues throughout this film. It is truly incredible. The 80s aesthetic is so much better here because you can see it in so much more detail that it is just, it literally feels like a different film that you're watching. The HDR and Dolby Vision support here is tempered down a little bit, but I will say that skin tones are a lot better here, and I feel like the HDR and the new scan both contributed to that. With the Dolby Vision support, you also have very nice color saturation that pops a lot more with the Dolby Vision. Unfortunately, this is also where my one gripe comes in, and that is that I did see some muddy black levels, and also some black levels that didn't dip fully to black. They did seem kind of brownish, and I feel like that is just more of a case of the budget of this film and the constrictions. This was shot on 35mm, and sometimes that can happen with these kind of scans, and hey, what are you going to do? But still, this is an excellent transfer that really I can't speak highly enough of, and that is why I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It isn't reference quality, but it is the absolute best that you're going to get out of this material. And so, how is the audio? I wouldn't really expect much from a Dolby Atmos mix on this movie, but hey, you should, because this actually sounds awesome. The sound field is so much more opened up in that old Blu-ray. You get the restaurant noises all around you, and you are immediately sucked into this world, and the score here is so much better represented. I actually do really love the score of this film, and I just wanted to really see it widened up. It opened up in the sound field, and you definitely get that here. But the best is the height speaker work. All of the voiceover that is in this film from Patrick Bateman's point of view is in your height speakers. That is such an excellent choice. And I really feel like somebody just took the time to really master this whole mix, and it shows. And you don't have the sound pops that were in that last audio mix. I mean, look, you can't ask for a better sound mix than this Dolby Atmos track. I gotta give it a 10 out of 10. And as far as the digital copy is concerned, this is a movie redeemed digital copy. That's who Lionsgate usually likes to use. And basically that means that you can redeem this digital code on that website. But unfortunately, when you do, you only get the standard HD version of the film and not the 4K version. And as far as special features go on this disc, you get not one, not two, but 3 audio commentaries. So a new audio commentary track with one of the co-writers and the director here. That is particularly interesting just because of the fact that it is something that was actually on the DVD release of American Psycho, but not on the Blu-ray that came out. And then you have the second co-writer with the director. And then the third writer, Genevieve Turner, goes flying solo for a third audio commentary track. They are all interesting, but I actually like the new one the most, and that is why I mentioned that one first. It is a more informative audio commentary track, and I feel like that writer with the director definitely play off of each other a lot better. And then you get 2 featurettes. One of them was not on the Blu-ray itself, and that is the page-to-screen documentary, which goes for about half an hour, and that is what you think it would be. It just goes through the differences from writing the book to adapting it to the big screen, and a lot of the differences between the book and the film itself, and the challenges that go along with writing it for the screen. This is a very interesting featurette that unfortunately is only in standard definition. And then there is the 80s Downtown featurette that is just a fun little featurette that goes into a lot of the set design of this film and a lot of the more flashier elements that goes into the music itself, and it's just a fun 20-minute featurette. And last but certainly not least, you get about 15 minutes of deleted scenes. There are a whole lot of special features here that are actually all on the 4K disc. That is a great value that I will have to give this an 8 out of 10 to. This is something truly good. And as far as my last looks at American Psycho, look, if you are interested in black comedies and really how they should be made and how, so many of them just don't work, but some of them do, just watch this movie. It will show you what works in a black comedy. This movie goes dark, people. Dark. But everybody on screen, including the director and all of the actors, they get it. And they're in on the joke, and they understand how to play the material. Especially Christian Bale. He is amazing and electric, and you cannot take your eyes off of him here. And he guides you through this in just an amazing way. I truly love this movie. When you add up all my scores for American Psycho in 4K Ultra HD, you come out to a 37 out of 40. That is a really high score for a release that you should absolutely pick up. Forget about that Blu-ray. If you have the capability to watch this in 4K, pick this up, especially if you have the capability to watch it in Dolby Atmos as well, because it is a true gem there. So, as you guys all know, I am finally going to be getting into the Jack Ryan series. I thank you for my patience on that one. This took me a while to organize and to figure out how to get it into all one video, but I have it all laid out for myself now. I'm going to get through it real quick, and I'm going to be moving on to, Jurassic World, The Fallen Kingdom, and everything that is coming out next week. It is nuts, people. Nuts. But I will get through it all for you guys. I thank all of you for watching. You know you're damn awesome. And I will see all of you next time.